Having successfully completed my first solo, training then kicked into another, even faster gear. Height is your friend, Alex constantly told me, so I began learning how to read the signs, wind direction and speed, the hillsides receiving direct sunlight, and also the shape and size of nearby clouds. The key to cross-country paragliding is being able to find lift, and then maintaining it, which means knowing how to judge where to find thermals.
This is the house thermal at Pokhara. You can see loads of paragliders up there, catching the hot air that's dripping off the mountain. It moves around all the time, so it's not exactly in the same place, but you can tell exactly where it is because of the paragliders and sometimes the birds as well.
Of course, despite the intense learning, I was still getting to grips with the basics. In between my own flights, I kept eyes and ears open, watching how others dealt with takeoffs and landings. They weren't always pretty. Even Alex, an experienced pilot, couldn't avoid the trees sometimes. Although my flights were largely without crisis, now and then I did make the odd misjudgment.
So mate, where have you landed? I was just really hungry up there and I thought I just need to go to a restaurant, so I did. A little bit embarrassing, isn't it? Right, in the restaurant. But quite neatly done, I'd say.
Now I was a crack hand at landing on the dinner table. Alex returned to his usual behaviour as an acro pilot, which basically means flinging his paraglider around at obscene angles. And funnily enough, sometimes it would repay the favour.
What's going on, mate? Well, we're in a Nepalese traffic jam. A truck over there has just decided to go into the ditch, and then we're just backing up over here. There's people arguing, having a little bash at each other. Our taxi driver's annoyed that we're not in the cab, even though we're not going anywhere because there's a truck on its side. It's just brilliant. There's a man looking underneath his truck because it's probably broken down. Oh, our taxi driver's disappearing now. That's ideal.
हामी दमको दममा पऱ्यो कि झ्याप हामी बाटो ए अप्ला
There's a wonderful kind of harmony in Pokhara between the locals and the paragliders. Even the little kids take advantage, so these little sprogs, wherever we land, are always there saying, can we pack, line set. It's just awesome. They don't charge much, just a few p. I've held off until now, just so I can learn how to pack the paraglider myself, but I think now it's time just to, kick back, enjoy being a semi-pro, and let the kids earn some dough.
When we're on the expedition, it won't all be flying. Yomping up to the next launch spot will be the order of the day, so we got a bit of practice in this time around. I should probably say here that although Al isn't the biggest chap in the world, this camera angle doesn't do him any justice. All in all, it's been a brilliant fortnight. I've seen and learned so much, I feel like a human sponge. And having looked down almost in awe at the blue sky paragliding landing spot just days earlier, I'm glad to say that our plans for a 1,000-mile expedition across the Himalayas by paraglider are now bang on target.
I woke up this morning, got 1,000 kids to